So I got confused at the end of my last live stream. I went through my block list. I took a comment out of chat thinking that it was a troll comment. And then it dawned on me afterwards that she might have been referring to being more suspicious of Janie. But I reacted to somebody, an account. I thought its name was Pam, but I can't find it on my block list. I thought I blocked them because I was, kicking out trolls in that sense. I thought I was dealing with one of those Daniel enablers that pop up in comments section. In Victoria's Secret, the account won't recognize all of that. So it just looks like I was blocking comments that were opposing to mine. No, there's a big difference when you're a creator, and there's certain times in videos where people just want to interject in order to start an argument and things like this. The comment was from memory. I still don't believe he did it. First of all, did what? But I reacted to that comment. Maybe that was a bit far from me because how do I know what that individual is saying? But my mentality at the time was you can go have whatever opinion you want. Anything, when you're in a chat and you divert from the points that the content creator is trying to make, you can kind of stand out in that sense. So I took it more as a troll statement than anything. But I did go back to see if they were on my block list, and I can't find them. But I can't remember what their name was. Not that it's overly important. I went to clean up, and I'm like, oh, maybe I overreacted there. Not really. Like, I'm not about weighing the mystery of this circumstance. We talk about the facts, we talk about the statements, and what that looks like in accordance to the non-existent claims and stories that the last people came to the RCMP about over 2 missing children. Again, this is a pattern amongst all kinds of other types of individuals in this circumstance, and there's no doubt that Daniel's lying. Doesn't mean that I particularly know exactly what happened, but we get there step by step. It's not about flying out and discussing everybody's singular opinion, because a lot of people out there are complete fools and idiots in that sense. And then there's some who don't know enough about the case and want to talk all about their opinions and things. Those aren't interesting to me necessarily. And it's certainly not engaging. It's ridiculous. You want to walk around at this point and talk about how Daniel Martell probably didn't do it. You've probably should check yourself into a mental institution and be evaluated. But it's never about that. It's always about wanting to be a contrarian in the chat and spreading misinformation and disinformation and then fucking over or manipulating the person who is bringing the content out. It's just an annoyance. And you wouldn't necessarily get that from being just a casual viewer. I don't feel I overreacted. I acted accordingly. So in my mind, it's just a troll. And it has nothing to do with appreciating the fact that other people are allowed to have their opinions. They can. You just don't have to spam your opinion in my particular chat at the most inopportune moment when you're talking about a specific subject that's completely valid. And it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with the topic, which is a double child homicide, 2 kids who are missing at this point in time. Christ, it's only 4 months in, and there's people panicking that they don't think the RCMP are doing enough. Well, we all know how bad he's lying, but it still doesn't take away from the fact that they need to build a case against them. And that's what takes time. These people are all on 9-to-5s with holidays, weekends, scheduling issues, juggling other cases. Nothing ever goes as planned, especially when you have uncooperative witnesses in a circumstance that shouldn't have uncooperative parents or parents lying at every step or coming to you with an inconsistent story. So I've got no patience for even entertaining somebody who wants to make an argument about how they don't think Daniel is guilty. If there is evidence Aside from his desperate pleas for anybody to believe him, it might be a different story. But there's no evidence, and he's unwilling to give any sort of normal timeline for what had happened Thursday into Friday, Wednesday into Thursday night. And it's still not clear. It wasn't clear in the paperwork. It's still not clear. The RCMP are still not clear. And the only thing Daniel has to say is that it was just a normal day and there was nothing worth remembering. That's why I didn't tell you. That's why I haven't filled in all of those holes, especially between the hours of 9 p.m. and 12 midnight, May 1st into May 2nd. So when it comes to a person's live chat, it becomes for the individual that comes in, like the individual that I timed out or banned, I can't remember, blocked. It's about attention grabbing. All right. And as a creator or a moderator, you can see that, and you see the patterns in this circumstance. Like you go into somebody else's live chat looking for trouble. That's an easy way to do it. So maybe to the untrained eye, it might not seem so, or may seem discriminatory. But in circumstances like this, discrimination is warranted. Especially when it comes to figuring out information, what's true and not, and people who want to take away from the information that's out there because they refuse to see or acknowledge or recognize truth from fiction. Go over to the psychic reading channel. Go over to the tarot card and share your opinions. Share that sort of opinion. It doesn't bother me. You don't want to appeal to each and every person that are watching these videos to begin with, and I don't mind sorting them out as we go. Sometimes you make mistakes. Sometimes people change their minds. But not in this circumstance, Victoria's Secret. It just took her by surprise as to why I took somebody out of my chat who was just sharing an opinion, apparently. Well, there's a big difference. It's not actually sharing an opinion. Who asked her in the first place? She's suggesting, trying to elicit a response. Okay, that's what Daniel and his gaggle of monkeys do all of the time. And it shows up in the comment section. I see it. But it comes down to minimizing the severity of the situation we have with Jack and Lily. And it does every single time that a parent out there or somebody involved or wants to be involved in the case wants to manipulate people or sidestep them from whatever is happening on the screen or in the video, or to troll the creator, excuse me. That's all it's about. So just a little upload to Victoria's Secret. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Let me know in the comments section what you think. Peace. I'm just asking for trouble with that one, aren't I? Oh, great. See you later.